This is my secret escape, my sanctuary, the one place in my whole house designed for nothing but peace. Just last week, it was the most forgotten, useless corner of my home, a pit stop between work and life. My house used to be functional, but it wasn't a home where I could truly recharge. I'm going to show you how I built this high-tech sensory sanctuary for less than a weekend getaway, and how it completely changed my relationship with being at home. For the longest time, I bought into the big home improvement lie, that it's all about resale value. We're taught to see our homes as an asset first and a living space second, making them feel generic and designed for no one. I just had this constant low-level buzz of feeling unsettled in my own space, with nowhere to escape the noise and notifications. My home wasn't a refuge, it was just another source of stimulation, leading me to spend money on weekend trips for peace. That's when it hit me. I needed to stop thinking about resale value and start thinking about my own well-being. I looked at this forgotten corner, this dumping ground for stuff with no home, and I had a vision. What if I could turn the deadest space in my house into the most alive? My goal wasn't just to make it look pretty. I wanted to create a full-on sensory experience to help me de-stress, focus, and recharge. This was about designing an environment for my mental health, focusing on sound, light, and scent. First, sound. Our homes are loud with constant hums and rumbles, so I needed to build a bubble of quiet. Second, light. I wanted smart lighting that could change with me, bright for focus, warm and dim to wind down. And third, scent. Our sense of smell is directly linked to our emotions, so I wanted to create an aromatic landscape. The mission was clear: build a multi-sensory escape pod, a personal Zen Zone, on a budget. First things first, sound. If you can still hear the dishwasher, it's not a sanctuary, it's just a pretty room. The problem with this corner was noise. It shared a wall with the living room and was a magnet for sound. My solution was to install acoustic wall panels, which now come in beautiful designs, not just ugly gray foam. I went with these felt panels and a dark charcoal. They're peel and stick tiles, making it a super easy DIY project. With each panel I pressed onto the wall, the ambient noise in the room just dropped and the space instantly felt calmer. It wasn't just about blocking outside noise, it changed the feeling inside the space, making everything softer and more intimate. This step isn't the sexiest, but it was the most fundamental. The silence is the canvas we're about to paint on. Okay, we've created our bubble of quiet. Now let's sculpt with light, where the high-tech part really comes in. For years, my lighting had two settings, on or off, but there's science showing how light color affects our brains. Cooler, bluish light mimics daylight for alertness, while warmer, amber light signals winding down for sleep. The solution was a smart lighting system. I swapped the harsh overhead bulb for app-controlled light sources. Instead of just on or off, I can now create scenes, like a focus scene for reading or work. But my absolute favorite is the sunset scene, which activates an hour before sleep. The lights shift to deep, warm ambers and oranges, slowly dimming over 45 minutes, mimicking a real sunset. It's an incredible, calming experience, signaling to my nervous system that the day is over. I'm not just lighting a room, I'm sculpting an environment that actively works for me. The final layer of the sensory experience is scent, often forgotten but incredibly powerful. Our sense of smell is wired directly to memory and emotion. A single scent can change your mood almost instantly. My system is built around a smart essential oil diffuser, hooked up to an app for precise control. In the mornings, with my focus light scene, I run an invigorating citrus blend known to wake you up. In the evening, with the sunset lighting, the scent-scape changes to a calming blend of lavender and chamomile. As the warm light dims, the air fills with this gentle, soothing aroma, completing the sensory signal for rest. This final layer turned a quiet, well-lit room into a truly immersive environment. And so here it is. What was once the forgotten corner is now the absolute heart of my home. It's the quiet from the panels, the warm glow of the sunset lights, the calming scent in the air. It's a complete sensory ecosystem, all designed for one thing: peace. The promise I made to myself was that this would change everything, and it did. Before this, my evenings were aimless scrolling. Now I have a ritual. Turning on the sunset scene is a boundary, the deliberate end of the workday and the beginning of my time. This little corner taught me that my home shouldn't be a source of stress, it should be my greatest ally. I've stopped thinking about my home in terms of what a future buyer might want, and started designing it for what I need right now. This small corner has given more back to my daily life than any huge renovation ever could. It's an investment in my peace, and that has been priceless. This project completely changed how I see my home. It went from being a place I just existed in to a place that actively takes care of me. Now I'm curious about you. What would your ideal Zen Zone include? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this transformation and want to see more projects that focus on building a home that supports your well-being, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think it's time for a sunset.